Yeah, I mean, it's a big game. It's a it's a London derby. It's two good teams, I think. Arsenal are doing really well. Obviously, the history makes it an interesting one for Oba, but the past is the past as far as we're concerned. We're just looking forward to the game and trying to play well.
But he's the sort of character who likes to make a statement, likes to shine on a big occasion, and I guess they don't come much bigger for him. Is that something you can tune into as part of the team talk, or even to him directly?
No, I don't think we should make it about him. I think it's about the team. He's an important part of the team. For us to get the result we want, it takes everybody, not just one person. But I understand the headlines or the interest is around him because it's Arsenal and there's a narrative around that. That's fine. Nothing we can do about that. It's just to say, as a team, as a group, we have to play well ourselves.
Last one, Gary.
Do you sense he feels he's got something to prove?
No, I don't think so. I think he's looking forward to the game, excited for it. He's been pretty normal, I would say, from what I've seen. He's quite a quiet guy, but I'm sure he'll come match day. He'll be determined. Yeah, he's going to go for a scan later on this afternoon, so we'll find out how he is then. Update tomorrow. He feels okay, but obviously aware of the injury, and we need to let the swelling settle down, and hence the delay with the scan. But we'll know more after that.
I mean, you know about injuries, experienced enough to know, not a doctor obviously, and he knows his own body. Does he fear the worst, do you think? Do you fear the worst?
I wouldn't say fear the worst. It's just, we all saw the nature of the injury. It just doesn't look positive. I can't say it looks positive, but again, until we get the scan, it's difficult to say.
And mentally, how is he coping? I'm sure you've spoken to him, having come back from previous really bad injury.
Yeah, I mean he's okay, but I suppose until you get the diagnosis, and then at the moment we're just hopeful and fingers crossed, and then from there we see how to get him back fit and strong. I mean, it's disappointing, of course. Well, I don't think it's fear. I just think it's part of the challenge. That's how it is. I mean, it's very difficult to play, Premier League football or Champions League football and go at it half-hearted. That's pretty much impossible. And then at the same time, there's a World Cup a couple of weeks away. So it's a tricky position for everybody. Yeah, the fact that we've all been playing so much, it's almost like rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic to a certain extent. It's not that. I don't think it's that big a deal, but it's helpful in a way. It's an extra 24 hours. We take what we can at this part of the season. So I don't think it has any impact on anything. We're all used to the quick turnaround. We're all used to short space in between games. But any time you have to use it well. Objectively, it's been 7 wins, 3 draws and a defeat. A lot of games in a very short space of time. So actual training time very limited. Getting to know the players all the time. Really happy with the response in terms of how the group's been. Understanding them more and more. Performance-wise, we can do more and we can improve, and that's exciting. But at the same time, when you understand the mess of the fixtures and the injuries that you have along the way and all the challenges that it all brings, we've done okay, but room to improve, I would say. Well, they've recruited well, I think, in the summer. Zinchenko and Jesus, two good players that know what it's like to win. So they've recruited well, and they've also carried on their idea. I think it's a really good example of how success can come. He's had to face some pressure, I think, from the outside, and the club has stayed supportive and they've stuck with their ideas. The younger players have got more game time, so become more experienced. And as I've said before, generally the coaching process gets better the more you're working. So a combination of hard work, I'm pretty sure, from their perspective, sticking with their ideas, support from around, and good recruitment. Yeah, I think it's been a difficult time for everybody, if we're being honest, because there's been change and there's been disruption in that regard. So it isn't easy to hit absolute top form. As I said, loads of games, few injuries to key players, so the team is a bit having to recalibrate itself. But in the end, he's been a part of what we've tried to do here, and he's been part of the results that we've had. And like us all, we can improve. But again, I don't like to zoom into individuals at this stage, because I think it's more of a collective challenge for us, and that's something that I'm responsible for. Well, I would say it's in lots of things in terms of aligning resources in a better way, I would say. So how we recruit, how we develop the football idea. We need probably some time in that regard, because of the changes that we've been through, and it's been over a period of time as well. So probably a little bit of stability, a little bit of clever recruitment to add to what we have, to help the team, to help the group that we have, and then continuing to work on the football idea, I would say, is the main two areas.